Welcome back to Meghan and Harry Tales, the space where truth lives, hypocrisy gets called out, and Meghan and Harry get the defense they deserve. Before we begin, let me just say thank you. Your support, your likes, your shares, your comments, they keep this fire burning. And trust me, today's episode is hot. Now let me ask you something. Why is it that when Meghan Markle dances during Labour, she's called attention-seeking? But when a white British influencer copies the exact same dance inside Buckingham Palace, he gets a royal wink and a cheeky emoji? Think about it, because today we're diving into one of the clearest examples of racial bias and performative cruelty that's been hidden in plain sight. So sit tight, this one is going to blow the lid clean off. Consider a simple act, a dance. Meghan Markle's joyful dance during a hospital visit was ridiculed by the press, labelled as attention-seeking. Meanwhile, Laing parodied that same dance at Buckingham Palace and was met with laughter and applause, even from the royal family. The same act, two wildly different responses. This isn't about taste or humour, it's about who is allowed to express joy and who becomes a target. The contrast exposes a troubling double standard. Why was Meghan mocked while Jamie was celebrated? Let's look closer at each dance to understand what's really at play. Meghan Markle, during her heartfelt visit to a children's hospital in South Africa, brought a sense of hope and excitement to everyone she met. Her presence was more than just a royal appearance. It was a genuine effort to connect with the children, their families, and the dedicated hospital staff. She listened to their stories, offered words of encouragement, and shared warm smiles that lit up the room. In a spontaneous moment, Meghan joined a lively dance with staff and patients, letting go of royal formality and embracing the joy of the moment. Laughter echoed through the halls as she moved with the group, her energy infectious and her spirit open. It was a rare, unscripted display of happiness that brought everyone together, if only for a few minutes. Holding her young son Archie in her arms, Meghan shared a moment of pure, unfiltered joy. The connection between mother and child, surrounded by the warmth of the hospital community, was a powerful reminder of the simple joys that unite us all, regardless of background or status. The video of Meghan's dance quickly went viral, celebrated across social media for its authenticity and warmth. People around the world praised her for breaking down barriers and showing her human side, applauding her willingness to step outside royal expectations, at least at first. But soon, the British tabloids seized the moment, twisting the narrative. Headlines labelled her performance as cringe and accused her of being attention-seeking, overshadowing the positive impact she had made. Her sincerity was called into question, her every gesture dissected and analysed by critics. The media's relentless scrutiny turned a joyful act into a subject of controversy. What should have been a moment of empathy and unity became ammunition for criticism and division. The backlash grew, fueled by commentators and online voices eager to find fault. The message from the press was unmistakable. Her happiness was unwelcome, her confidence perceived as a threat to the established order. The media's relentless negativity transformed what should have been a positive gesture into a symbol of her supposed unfitness for royal life, reinforcing old prejudices and doubts. This wasn't just about a dance, it was about belonging, about who is allowed to express joy and be accepted within the royal family and the public eye. In the end, a simple act of happiness was weaponized against her, turning a moment of connection into yet another reason for criticism and exclusion. Now picture Jamie Laing at Buckingham Palace, mimicking Meghan's dance as a joke. Instead of criticism, he received laughter and applause from the royal family. The same act that brought Meghan scorn was celebrated as entertainment. The palace's reaction sent a clear message. Mocking Meghan was acceptable, even encouraged. This wasn't just a private joke, it was a public endorsement. The power dynamics were unmistakable. A white male influencer was applauded for ridiculing a woman of colour. The royal family's approval validated the mockery, amplifying the message. It revealed who was protected and who was expendable. The contrast couldn't be starker. Side by side, these events reveal a glaring double standard. Meghan's genuine connection was condemned, Jamie's parody was praised. The difference? Race, status, and insider privilege. This isn't just unfair, it's a clear case of racial bias. The palace, meant to represent diversity, instead endorsed mockery of a high-profile woman of colour. The message to people of colour: your experiences can be dismissed, your feelings mocked. The rules were different for Meghan than for Jamie. Her joy was criticised, his mockery was entertainment. This is the definition of a system that protects its own at the expense of others. This isn't an isolated incident, it's part of a pattern. What we're seeing here is not just a one-off story, but a recurring theme that has played out time and again within the royal institution and the media that surrounds it. The scrutiny, the headlines, the relentless coverage, these are all pieces of a much larger puzzle. From the very beginning, Meghan faced intense scrutiny for choices that were often celebrated when made by others. Every gesture, every outfit, every word was dissected and judged, often unfairly. The double standard was clear and it was relentless. When Kate Middleton touched her baby bump, it was seen as endearing and maternal, a sweet moment captured by the cameras. But when Meghan did the same, the press called it performative, even attention-seeking. The same actions, but two completely different narratives. White celebrities are often praised as entrepreneurs when they launch new ventures or support causes. Yet when Meghan and Harry tried to carve out their own path, they were accused of cashing in, of exploiting their status for personal gain. The contrast in coverage was stark and telling. The goalposts kept moving, but only for her. No matter what Meghan did, the standard seemed to shift, making it impossible for her to ever truly fit in or be accepted. The rules were rewritten again and again just for her. The narrative painted Meghan as difficult and other, justifying unequal treatment. She was cast as the outsider, the troublemaker, the one who didn't belong. This portrayal made it easier for the institution and the public to rationalise the way she was treated. The palace's silence allowed this to flourish. Their applause for Jamie's parody fueled it. By refusing to speak out, and by sometimes even encouraging the mockery, the institution sent a clear message about whose side they were on. Instead of defending a family member, they supported those targeting her. The lack of public support, and the willingness to stand by as Meghan was criticised, spoke volumes about the priorities of the institution. This was about control, ensuring the outsider never truly belonged. The message was clear. Acceptance was conditional, and true belonging was always just out of reach for someone like Meghan. The institution's actions spoke louder than words. Through their choices, their silence, and their enforcement of tradition, they made it clear who was welcome and who was not. So here's the real question, fam. Why does the British monarchy suddenly break its silence to giggle at a white influencer mocking Meghan, but stay dead quiet when it's time to show compassion to their own son and his family? Let's stop pretending this isn't racial. Let's stop acting like this is good humour. This was performative cruelty, sanctioned by the most powerful family in Britain. And they wonder why Harry and Meghan walked away? Let this be a wake-up call. They're still watching her, still imitating her, still trying to control her narrative, one emoji at a time. But the world is watching back now, and we're not buying it anymore. Hit that like button, share this episode with your people, and drop a comment below. Do you think the palace's emoji response was innocent fun or a calculated slap in the face? And remember, here at Meghan and Harry Tales, we call it how it is. No sugarcoating, no royal PR. Until next time we ride for Meghan, always